Hello, my name is Lanika Temple, and welcome to the Journey Part 8. The journey is my spiritual walk, a journey of my spiritual walk with the Lord. And I've come across so many different people with different types of beliefs, and this just within the Christian religion. And I think we should be respectful of each other's opinion when it comes to religion, because all it is our faith and what we believe. And I respect the ones that have came to me with their different views about prophets and apostles. And there's a lot of pastors and preachers feel that there are no today's apostles, prophets, or none of that. God doesn't use prophets anymore. There are no more apostles. The only apostles there was the 12 disciples. And I respect their opinion on it. And I have more respect when a person can sit down and talk to you and tell you their views. And I often ask them, well, why is it that you think this, or either you feel this way? Versus I have more respect for that person, that individual. Especially you can come to another individual and tell them your point of view. I respect that. But what I don't like, my thing, the Lord says, we tell people of His goodness, and it is His goodness that will change the next person views or ways. Because when that person start wanting Christ for themselves, then that person will eventually change for the good. I don't think we should beat people across the head with our beliefs. We all are sinners, and you have some people when they first come into church. You have the leaders and just members of the church often kick people while they low. When there it is, they come to Christ. And we should not do that as Christians or either leaders of God. And we supposed to have Christ-like spirits. It's not having a Christ-like spirit when you mean and just flat out low down to the people that come into church, calling them this and calling them that. When a lot of them, the main ones, calling and being the accuser of the brother, doing everything under the sun. But they think just because they come to church every Sunday, they faithfully there for every Sunday school, that it's all right for them to judge the next person. When God tells us not to judge, and He says that He didn't come to judge, And I think He ain't gonna toward anyone that accuses the next brother or sister, but He also tell us to tell of His goodness. And it is His spirit that will change people. That's what I try to explain to people. I'm often accused of attacking preachers and attacking the church, when no, I'm not attacking pastors or attacking the church. I'm just pointing out things that are not Christ-like that the church does, And if you are offended by that, 9 out of 10 times you get it's called condemnation, 9 out of 10 times you get of it. The ones that I have offended by talking about, I say church folks, not Christian, but I just say church folks, because when I say church people, church folks, I'm talking about an attitude. The attitude, you doing everything under the sun, but you love to judge the next person. You just downright nasty to people in church, Church folks, I again say, does not have Christ-like attitudes. And if you get offended by the term church folk, 9 out of 10, you get of it, And like I said, I love Christians, and the way of the church, not the way of the church, but the attitudes in church, it have to change if we want more people. If we want to bring people in to God, bring more people into God, win more souls for the Lord. You just can't go around being nasty to people. And that is not Christ-like at all. and I'm pretty sure everyone would agree with me. When you downright nasty to people, especially newcomers coming into the church, you don't have the Spirit of God. I'm just going to flat out tell you. You do not have the Spirit of God. And it's all right to disagree with another person's views or whatever, but at the same time, you can be respectful about it. You ain't got to be nasty about it, you know. I've been told oftentimes that women shouldn't preach. Women shouldn't teach. Women shouldn't be heard, you know. But that's their person's opinion, and I respect that's what they believe, you know. And the Spirit of God, and I know that the Spirit of God would change that person's view, you know. I don't have to beat them across the head and try to make them to look at it from my point of view. Like God said, His Spirit would change that person. So I don't go around beating people across the head trying to make them believe what I believe or whatever. So I just do what the Lord asked me to do, and that's to tell of His goodness, to tell of all the signs He's been showing me. Because I pray that each and every last one of us can see the signs that He has been showing me, and they are so wonderful. And the Lord wants us to know that He is still here. We had that relationship that Adam and Eve first had in the garden, you know. We got that back with Jesus dying on the cross. And He wants us to know that He is here. He's dwelling within us, and He just wants us to recognize Him daily, speak to Him daily. And the more we speak and show ourselves to the Lord, He will show and reveal Himself to us. Because a lot of people look at me crazy when I say, Lord, show me different signs in the clouds. But He shows us on the level of our faith. I go outside expecting, looking up in the sky, expecting God to show me things. And that's why He does. You have to expect and believe. And we see things according to our level of faith. You know, you have some people saying, well, I'm going to jump on this. I did not like the negative comments that was given about the little boy who they did the Move On, Heaven is for Real. My thing, here it is, the Lord sent this boy back as a witness. And we have people in the church attacking this little boy, saying he should be ashamed of himself for lying. He know good well he ain't seen Jesus. And just negative comments like this. And these supposed to be believers of Christ, believers of God. But you don't believe this boy died and that there is a heaven and that he actually been to heaven, you know. The Lord sent people back as witness so they can tell the next person. The Lord showed me signs so I can tell other people. I want other people to see those same signs that He shows me. And I just did not agree with how some of the church community attacked this guy. Attacked this little child with their negative comments. And my thing is, that's what I call church folks. How is it you read and teach and preach about some you doesn't believe yourself? And if it's not happening to you, question your heart, question your belief, question your faith. Be like, well, if I'm not seeing this, ask the Lord, how is it? How can I see this? You know, and the Lord will show it to you. And another thing, but like I said, I respect people because I have many people to come to me with their opinions about what it is God shows me. But my thing is, you got to be careful how you put your mouth on people of God, you know. You have to be careful. If Lord sends someone as a witness and you turn around speaking against this person, you got to be careful of that. That's why I do not put my mouth on to say who it is God called and didn't call, you know. Those are things you just don't do. To me, it's the same as you going against the Lord because you don't know that. How do you know that? And when people say the Lord told them this and the Lord told them that, you have some people just dispute it and argue with them. And my thing, you do not know that. So when you speak against a person the Lord has sent as a witness, it's the same as speaking against God, in my opinion. I've had many people to say well, back to me respecting other people's views and point of views, and we can't beat them across the head on what we believe. I've often had, well, I'm going to use this as an example. Okay, I was going to this church. I wanted to join this church. And like I said, I consult the Lord with everything it is I do. And the Lord told me, no, not yet. Okay. So I was approached about joining the church. And I told him, no, I'm not going to join at the moment. The Lord told me not yet. Okay. And that pastor took it as if I was being disobedient. When my thing is, if you're a man or woman of God, you respect another person's point of view, or you would just be like, well, if you feel as the Lord don't want you to join yet, wait on the Lord. That's what I feel I should have been told. But it was just put out. I was being disobedient. I don't think I supposed to have no one over me. I don't think no one I supposed to have a leader over me. When Lord clearly told me he would put people in my path that would help me along my journey. And and there was, I was seeking help and stuff, but I learned the greatest help I can get is from God himself. Because people have their own agenda and motives. But back to what I was saying. And, it was just put out. Oh, she think she ain't supposed to have no one over her. She think she ain't supposed to have a leader. When all I said was the Lord didn't want me joining yet. It could have been for many different reasons the Lord didn't have me. Because he said he would have me at churches, not just one church, So I was trying to understand it myself, but at the same time, here it is, you're a leader. You supposed to help guide people that come to you. How can you just automatically assume, okay, you think you disobedient, you don't want nobody telling you what to do. You don't want nobody over you. You think you ain't supposed to have nobody over you. And then I got started here, and I was the devil. I was the spirit of Jezebel and all this other stuff. And it's amazing me how people can quickly spread this. This was spread. These are pastors putting this out. She thinks nobody's supposed to tell her what to do. My thing, you got this from one man. Okay, why are you repeating this? Why not consult God? Okay, if you want to consult the Lord, my thing is, have a conversation with me to see where I'm coming from. Not one time have any of these people going around spreading, I'm disobedient, I think I ain't supposed to have a leader over me. Now I have one person approach me, the same mouth spreading this. Now I have one of them ever approach me and ask me what was my view on this, to see where I was, And it was just lies, And I just don't believe in, you got to be careful, because when you lie on an anointed person of God, they're still going against God, And when I bring up the things that I done in church, I'm accused of trying to tear the church down. When no, I'm just opening people's eyes to the things that God disliked going on in his churches. The things that are not of God coming from so-called people of God. These are the things that the Lord is displeased with, And it just been, I'm running out of time. I'll continue on the next one. I'll be back.